Hello, hello, hello. Do you see me now? Hello, it's another Thursday. Yeah, it's not a Thursday. So today we are in this Supermind Live Mastery Academy episode 92. Yeah, episode 92. And today, Master Leslie Chong will be our major speakers for the topic of environmental and I Ching energy. That means we are talking about external energy for tonight. Okay. So first of all, can you hear me? If you can hear me, can you just give me a hi, saying hello, hello, hello. What can you say me? Can you hear me? I see some people online tonight. Just mind to say hello to me. Hi. I would like to introduce today's our partners, Dr. Peter Yi, as well as Master Leslie Chong for tonight's topic, episode 92. Okay, episode 92. It has been 92 weeks. Today's topic is about environmental and I Ching energy. That means the external energy. Yeah. Tonight we discuss about the external energy. Okay, how the unseen, again, energy is unseen. We have our energy in our body. We also exchange and affected and influence coexist with our environment. We want to live in harmony with our environment. So today we talk about all the unseens again, the energy that cannot be seen in our body. And today we talk about our environment is at the I Ching point of view, how we see I Ching energy by Master Leslie Chong. Okay, Leslie and Peter, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, Dr. Peter Yi. What do you feel like saying tonight?
What I feel saying first, look at my hair. This is
Yeah,
MCO
it's
hair.
John Travolta hair. John Travolta hair too.
Okay, what I feel like saying about this topic, energy. Energy is invisible. So our body also get energy, just like a magnetic energy, because our body also got the electricity in the brain and also the nervous system. Once the electricity flow in certain direction, it produce magnetic field. We call it bioenergy. So with that energy, we can sense other energy around us, the environmental energy. Environment differ from one place to another. Some energy is very supportive for a healthy, enjoyable living. Some not. So knowing the environmental energy is very important. When the energy is good, we move there and stay. If no good, we move away because we are mobile. Teaching energy, we have to ask Master Leslie Chong because he's an expert
Yes.
in teaching. I don't know anything about it.
Okay. Welcome, Master Leslie Chong.
Hello, hello.
Can you
So,
hear Dr. Peter and Leslie well? My side is a bit soft, both of their voices. So audience, do let us know whether you can hear three of us well, loud and clear. Or all your feedback is very much appreciated. If not, no, we keep talking, three of us, and end of the day, you didn't hear anything for the whole night.
no.
Yeah. So do let us know whether you do hear us loud and clear, because from my side, I hear myself very loud. And I hear Dr. Peter Yi is a bit soft, and just want to make sure when Leslie speak, it will be as loud. Okay,
Yes,
thank
I
you.
think hi
Clear,
Linky.
yeah, very clear.
Angie
Okay,
say
good.
very clear and Michael Ong say is clear. Okay, Linky says very clear. Thank you for your feedback. So that I think later then after that we talk for half an hour, then no one cannot hear. Then jialat. then we don't know how to repeat the session already because we all the time we are follow the flow so we when we talk we so sometimes we don't not our logical mind talk sometimes our giant is talking so sometimes we cannot repeat cannot repeat what we have talked or something like that. So okay, I think thank you Peter for I think introducing I think so the environment energy. So and then Corinne, what you think about environment energy?
In terms of energy, this is one of the challenging words lah. One of the challenging words. Like we here discussing all the while we are into the mind school. So why into the mind again is frequency and vibrations. And it's so hard to explain why and how it works. And again is vibrations and energies. And vibrations and energy in fact is another science because we have been preconditioned with the knowing energy as qigong energy, normally not in measurable units. We have misled by certain example or certain cases. So the word energy seems to be very mysterious. The word energy seems to be very mysterious, very unknown, is intangible, cannot be seen, cannot be feel unless it's temperature. Temperature you can feel the higher temperature, lower temperature. But energy is kind of like difficult to measure. Until and unless this Dr. Emoto have proved something about water. Yeah, the water crystal. So someone need to develop a way, right, to benchmark against certain standards. So does energy. So water, there is a benchmark of water crystal by Emoto, the Japanese scientist. So energy, perhaps the older school already know, the ancient mind already know the importance of the harmonizations of the environmental energy, or the environment in short, doesn't use the word energy, or they use the word energy, but basically I think what they meant external and internal. We are internal individuals, but we cannot like not living. We live in a cave. The cave is still the environment. We live in a condo. Condo is still the environment. And I guess why I kind of supported Leslie idea, Master Leslie idea for today's topic is like, yeah, we're in lockdown. So suddenly we realize that our home it's become so important because previously we are kind of like, yeah, home only ma. We spend work 8 hours to 10 hours per day. Transportations another half an hour, or 1 hour in Klang Valley is 2 hours gone on the road. We eat out, and a matter of time we get back home, after some networking and all this, we back at home, we are drop dead, we just sleep. The next day is like, another day. So the home, to some people, last time what is external environment and all that is very much routine, and we don't really need to pay so much attention to it. And I think tonight we would like Master Leslie or Dr. Peter Yi to enlighten us further on this unseen macro environment, or the external energy, or the environment in short.
Okay, thank you, Corinne. So I think let me share I think about the energy parts lah. So I think for environment, I think in feng shui, mostly I think we will be talking about the landform, which is the outside energy. So I think the outside energy actually is a big kind of things lah. So because it's our environment where we staying, then why certain place become a city and certain place didn't become a city. I think this is due to certain kind of landform. Okay, especially I think the mountain, okay, and also
So
the
Master
Mm,
Leslie, do
yes.
you bring your external mountain to be behind you?
Not really, not
Not
really,
really. Okay.
not
So
really.
that will be the one of the questions later. So let's continue. Yeah.
Uh, because I think this is the called the landform things lah, energy. So which is the
Yes.
outer side energy. So I think which is because I think due to the environment, the big environment that actually determine a lot of the place lah. Okay, just I think scientifically, I think if you're on a mountain and then they have two hands there, so the wind come when they have big wind, so it protect your place and then it won't get blow away like if they got big wind or something like that, and then also it it cover and then got water come. Normally when you got mountain, then you got water. So I think this kind of thing is actually a place suitable for living, suitable for agriculture, suitable for a lot of things lah. So and it create economic activities. So I think the landform is it do have a energy there. So but I think we because then when we build a house but not easy to move lah. Okay, so after because especially in this time you buy one or two house already. I think except those property investor like Peter and then they buy those who buy a lot of properties. So most people I think they buy one or two house, three house in their lifetime lah. So not easy for them to move even when they want to rent. So I think that one outer environment before you move in, you need to take care and then look into it. Okay, then after you move in, it's hard for you to move out lah sometimes because you
Agree.
you
Agree.
move out, then you require a lot of cash and then require a lot of work, require a lot of energy to move the things. So this is something I think before you going in the house, I think you need to look at the landform energy around the area. Okay, so I think basically KL is a good place. Okay, Malaysia, because that's why it's the capital of Malaysia. So the landform side. So today I think environment. I think beside that I think we are talking about the environment energy lah. So this is the basic. Okay, basic. Also and then if water, but they also due to timing, water on certain sector is good, certain sector is not good, and then mountain on certain sector is good, on certain sector is not good. So this one more details later. Maybe I share a bit more. Okay. So but I think for the landform, basically I think you need some expert to help you to see lah. And then nowadays the landform has changed because we have developed the land, and then at a flat land it become all building. So it's the those kind of compared to last time we are only single story, double story kind of house or I think so it's different lah. So it's a bigger vast land. So now we have high rise property, and then we have commercial property. JB because JB also good because JB is also in is another big capital in JB so it's the southern part so Penang also good. So is but I think actually you have to go zoom into your area lah. So that one is
Batu
because
Pahat good, huh? Batu Pahat, right? Especially for Johor. I think Johorian know Batu Pahat somehow extremely good. Even for Ying Feng Shui also, I think Batu Pahat
yes.
have some age. There's a reason why they produce that area produced quite a fair bit of public listed bosses from Batu Pahat.
Yes. So Peter, so what you think about the environment feng shui? Because I think you just buy a house on the hill
Not on the hill lah, on a mountain actually.
or mountain.
For me, environment, the most important thing is the energy is invisible kind of things. Number one is the temperature. Number two is the quality of the air. Number three, the tree. Of course, more importantly is the landform. Behind the mountain or not, in front of water or not. That kind of things. Noise level, pollution level, all these things affect the quality, the energy in that place. Some energy is natural energy, like electromagnetic field and so on. Is invisible. You got to go there and feel it. That's why once we study Supermind, we develop the SSM, is to feel the environment, to sense the environment, whether good or not. We will just know. That's what we are saying.
So Corinne, do you feel the energy on when you are moving to the house? You are staying or because I think normally I think a lot when buying property we like to bring our wife or our spouse, especially ladies, to feel, hey, is this house good or not good? Because I think ladies are their sixth sense is
Yes.
normally better.
In
So
general, ladies, yes.
so when they don't like it, then actually normally the
Yes.
sense
That's why I
and
say
men
listen to your wife.
听老婆会发达。
听老婆会发达的 okay? Okay.
Something like that.
So I think first of all is the sensitivity. All of us have this, but sensitivity come back to the first thing first, whether we have a clear mind. We are very busy at that time, very tired. So you go for house viewing, wanted to buy a property. Do you think you can sense much? No. The logical mind take over, right? The logical mind take over. So sensing sometimes not to say it don't work because calculate number, easier for the children to go school, nearer to work, all that is priority, right? The logical mind assessment is priority, money installment, and so on and so forth. So that is priority. Then based on our budget, these are our criteria. We shortlist a few, then we go in and sensing or feeling comes second. Agreed? Agreed. We have budgets. We in our budget, we choose A, B, C, D, E, F. Maximum 5, I would say. So anything you see more than 3, in fact, you're already very confused. Already. Your senses also cannot be very sharp. Right? If I'm a real estate agent, I'm a real estate agent. If I say, hey, you have some more property, the more you see more than 3, I tell you, you almost cannot make decisions. Right? If I bring him one family for 3 viewing a day, if he go and view some more, I tell you, after that, not to say can sense, cannot sense, can scan, cannot scan. He still sit down with his Excel sheet. End of the day, more practical. Which one, wife, you say, this one. It is narrowed down to logical. So whether we feel it or not, yes, but it override by the logical world. That's what I feel. That's what I experience as well.
Add on to Karin, me as a property investor, normally depends on type of property and location, and also budget. So doing all the calculation, the return on investment and so on, the external, the facility amenities like school, children, all that, the supermarket, all that. After all that consideration, the qualitative consideration, quantitative consideration, and then choose the right one, go for inspection. My final decision, everything is okay already, calculation, still not good enough. The final one, I need to walk in and come out to feel, to zen the place. If I feel good, that's it.
Yes, because you are Dr. Peter Yee.
I've been doing
Other
this.
laymen,
It's not
be
now.
frank.
It's a long time, 10, 20 years I've been doing that.
Yes. Not many people, that's what I realized. I agree.
Early time I didn't do that. So a lot of mistake. Buy the property, got tenant problem, all that. Later I know already. So I go in, the property facing west, it's very hot. So I feel very hot, very uncomfortable. If I feel uncomfortable, what about other people? Some of the building, wow, very tall, very nice, a condo. Go inside, how come so noisy one? Because down there is a highway, the sound go up. So property inspection and feeling and sensing the place is very important. It should be the last step. After all the calculation, the logical consideration, everything okay already, then fine tune with the illogical consideration, the sensing or intuition, whatever. Then you have a better decision.
Fully agree on that. Yes.
So what is your view?
Master Leslie, how give us some advice. Now
Yes.
golden opportunity to buy lor. Ayo.
So next
If
time
loan
bring
can
Peter.
approve, buy lor. Have extra money, buy lor. Wait
Got
for
money
what?
now. You look at him smiling. A lot of money.
Ah, buy now lah. Buy. Simply buy, simply make. I remember 10 years ago when I attended Dr. Peter Yee's workshop.
Okay.
Auction workshop lah, sub-sales workshop lah. 9 years ago in
Yeah,
exact.
it was last
Simply
round.
buy, simply make. Simply
Yes.
buy, simply make. Ah.
Timing. Like now it's a buyer's market. Also simply buy, also simply make. There's a holding power. I need to have some holding power this round. This round, the property market look like due to oversupply and reduced demand due to MCO and so on. It will be some kind of U curve. The market need a longer time to digest. After
Yeah.
digestion, it will come back again.
Yes. So I think next time if you want to look for property, don't have sensor, then you can bring Peter and then belanja him makan durian. then you can at least you can less mistake. If you're single and then not married, then you don't have a wife to bring along, then you can bring Peter.
Hey, cannot. Single cannot. After my wife got jealous, and I sleep on the floor.
Okay, so I think environment, I think that one is definitely a very important, and then you need to really sense the energy lah. Okay, so I think there are multiple way of sensing, but I think for us, I think as a feng shui side, I think we use to calculate lah. So su ma in the Chinese mean is basic on calculations, and then the environment, I think we need to view and then see. But I think due to nowadays it's easier, we at least we can view from the Google Map, have a preliminary things doing first before we go into more details. So and then the energy side, I think for the environment, I think this is very important. Okay, so I think for the I Ching side, the I Ching energy. Okay, now I think we have some talk about the environment energy. Now we talk about a bit I Ching energy. So I Ching energy, I think we can start with I think the most basic yin and yang. Okay, yin and yang. So yin 中有阳，阳中有阴 So I think this one is the very basic of starting of all the I think energy in I Ching. So we need to know the yin and yang first. So Peter, what you think about the yin and yang?
Yin and yang, I have limited knowledge on that, but yin and yang is very important. You see the intelligent yin and yang thing together. Inside yin, there's a yang. Inside yang, there's a yin. From the atomic concept, you see, there's a neutron. Neutron got electron. There's a positive and negative inside neutral. I think it's called neutron. And then outside there's electron. Electron is circulating the neutron. How come the electron don't collect inside? Because inside there got a negative element. So you keep a certain distance, and then so yin yang balance is very important. Lady yin, man yang. But inside lady also got yang, but small. In terms of hormones, ladies' hormones, inside there also got male hormone, but smaller. Lady hormone more. Testosterone small. Lady hormone, I don't know what's the name, endorphin or and something like that. Men testosterone is higher, but also got female hormone lesser. But as the men age, above 50, the male hormone reduce, the female hormone increase. Lady just opposite. That's why after 50 years old, you can see the men are very mellow down, and the wives, the female, become very aggressive, like me. So it's a balance. So that's why when they're young, the men are hero, but when they're old, the lady become hero. But it's still balance. So balancing is very important, not just male and female, but also on other things. The balancing is so important. The whole universe actually is yin yang, the balancing.
Yes, I think thank you, Peter. I think how about Corinne? What do you think about yin and yang?
Yin and yang is the beginning of Yi Jing.
Ah,
Yin and yang is the beginning of Yi Jing, is the beginning of everything. The calculator we uses is 10101010 and subsequently is so the world. I always say the world philosophy as I understand about emptiness, 空 emptiness 空 to my understanding, emptiness why become empty is not the kosong empty as empty. Okay, empty is a lot of people just translate it as or mere translation is zero. How and why zero becomes zero is because there is a one and a negative one. So this one and negative one is the unseen elements that exist that make the zero as if like is zero, right? If there is no minus one, there is no plus one, where comes zero? So again, it's the same as energy as what I understand about Yi Jing. That's the origins of everything. Yin 中有阳，阳中有阴. That's why the Tai Chi or the Bagua have begins. This is my little storytelling. I think have to go back to Master Leslie Chong.
okay. So I think you can. I think the bakwa. Let me show you what is the bakwa like. This
Yes, please share screen.
picture is easier to.
Yes, the picture is easiest to see the details.
So it's a simple. I think. Okay. Can you?
Yeah,
Yes.
coming up.
Yes.
天天八卦，
Okay.
后天八卦。
Okay. So this is the bakwa. So the middle. This time I think we are still talking about the yin and yang. So the yin and yang, you see, is the white color with a black dot, and then the black color with a white dot. So and then it's just like moving. Okay, just like moving, turning. So it's a ways of dynamic kind of balance. So it's always changing. I mean, just like the moon. So you have a circle of turning from different the shape. So I think this is the basic energy of yin and yang. Even I think on the screen you can see the line, the pakwa. You see the three lines. So it consists of two line only. So one is the full line, and then one is the two dot. Okay, so the full line is considered the yang, and then the two dot is yin. So this is the energy of yin and yang. Okay, so and then then we have the heavenly bakwa. So one is 先天 bakwa, and I think I always forgotten the English word. 先天 bakwa is called what already? Let me check. Okay.
Can't
Okay.
remember the name. Heavenly branch, early
heavenly
early
bakwa.
heavens. 三先天 early heaven, yeah. Early heaven.
Okay.
Okay.
And then
Direct
the later
translations.
heaven. Okay, later heaven bakwa. So what's the difference of this? Because if you are new, you just see two, I think should be looking at the same. Okay, but actually the three, I think all the three things actually is different. Okay, the vocation is different. So so it consists of two different kind of bakwa. Okay, two different kind of energy. Okay, let me show this. Okay, so a bit blur. Okay, so the energy of this I Ching is yin 中有阳，阳中有阴. As I think what have Peter have shared. So it's always I think the men have some feminine kind of hormone, and female have men hormone, something like that. So that make it a balance. So we have the ladies and then the guys. So ladies have different kind of characteristics, men have different kind of thing, but they complement each other. Okay, make it balance. So so I think this is the basic that form the energy of the I Ching. Okay, and then the I Ching, they have the early heavenly bakwa. Okay, everyone have a look on the 先天八卦 if you know how to read on Chinese. Okay, so on the screen is your, I think not sure it's your left hand side, should be the left hand side. Okay, so and then that one actually is talking about timing. And then the later heavenly Pakwa actually is about locations. Oh, so I think these two are different kind of Pakwa. Okay, different kind of Pakwa that uh, consists of uh, the timing and space. Okay, timing and space. So you have the timing and then the space, so which determine a lot of things in our world. Okay, so this is the I Ching energy. And then another form and energy which is very important is the five elements. Okay.
By the way, if you are having my card system, Life, Navy, and you, the 4 season numbers, yeah. Since Master Leslie talked about this, 先天后天八卦, okay, the early heavens and later heavens, late heavens 八卦, the north, south, east, west number I have taken from the 后天八卦, the later heaven 八卦. Okay, this is the card number for north, south, east, west. Okay, so I don't pluck from the sky for no reason for these 5 cards, yeah, because this is already there for years and generations. So no point we go and tell people that north, south, east, west is my own term of north, south, east, west. It doesn't make sense, right? I'm part of the world. 我就是一个人，我是一个人，天地人，天地人, no heaven, earth, human. So I'm just one of the human. I'm human, normal human. I keep saying I pay bills, I eat, I sleep. So this is the reason why I don't create. For this, I just take it bluntly as I believe and I strongly trust because I can feel why the magnet go to the north. So I cannot change the number. I have to follow the number, and the number resonates certain energy vibrations which cannot be justified by you and me, the naked eyes, but it can be justified by compass. It can justify by other electric magnetic wave equipment. That is the reason why for cuts, why do I get north? Why do I get south cut? Okay, the energy is based on 后天八卦. Now I explain a little bit since Master Leslie talked about this, so it's easier for you all to understand. Sorry, I kepo, I just add in. Just in case you have cuts, you ask me north, south, east, west. Don't pluck from the sky, I pluck from here, okay? I pluck from here. Thank you very much.
So today I think you can know why the north is certain kind of things. So some tips for you. So
North, why like that?
When you see the card, actually, I think the let's say the south card, then they have other kind of meaning. Actually, I think that one you can read additional information actually from the pakwa. Okay,
From
because
Pakwa.
okay, so the pakwa can represent a lot of things. So all the things in the world can be represented on the 64 hexagram. Okay,
Yep.
64 hexagram,
So-
which contains of this basic eight kwa. Okay.
So when Master Leslie further explained about 5 elements, then you will see it very interesting.
Okay, let me escape from here. Oops.
So why from 2 to 5? Right, 2 to 5. Why is 5 elements such an important attribute?
Okay, so I think this for those who are new, I think new to the 5 element, I think actually the world also the energy of the 5 element. Okay, the 5 element which consists the water. Okay, so I think for easy remember, so you see when the wood got water, so it will grow.
Grow.
So
So it's mood.
fire
Water
mood,
produce wood.
so they have a generating interaction and overcoming interaction. So when water grow, help the wood to grow. Okay, so the fire need the wood to grow also. Okay, And then when the fire burn anything, it become ashes. So it go to the earth. So when the earth always they dig deep inside, you can see all the metal is inside the earth. Okay, so this one to produce it means that the earth produce the metal, and then the metal produce the water lah. But this one I don't know how to explain lah. For the metal, but I think metal can be
Metal produce water, I can explain.
right.
Why? You see, I'm also equally strong in fire element. You see, metals are basically those days, metal need to be forged. Metal are basically minerals under the ground. Okay, so this is a theory and a concept. So metals, in order to become a useful knife to chop or to whatever, metal need to be melted or forged. The word is forged by fire. So metal can become useful, right? Okay, if not, metal is just another piece of hard minerals on the ground. So how can these hard minerals, if left on open surface, if it's embedded on the ground, you don't see, right? It's covered by soil. So if you lifted up the minerals or the piece of metal, is a rock based like a metal before it's being forged. Okay, you put it on the ground. Overnight, the next morning, you see the changes in temperature. Okay, changes in temperature. At night, temperature is cooler. Okay, at night, temperature is cooler. So the next morning, you'll see a layer of fine, thin layer of water. It produced is due to the changes in temperature. Okay, the atmosphere, the oxygens, everything is kind of like submerged as a layer of water. Okay, so for metal to produce water, in fact, it takes a very long time. Seriously. But the theory and concept is there. Okay, so this is how interesting the five element in reality, in application, and in practice. You think metal want to produce water as say in theory so easy. So this is the interesting part for the five element when it come into application. For metal to produce water, you must know how. If
Okay.
not, you based on the theory, you think like that. No. That is the reason why I look into the details of each attribute. Why in applications is different. Yeah. That one go back to Master Leslie.
Okay, so each attribute, I think this is the generating interaction, and then we have another interaction, which is the overcoming interaction called 相克. So I think 相克is mean to control. So just mean that if everything over, okay. So just now we mentioned about the yin and yang. So anything over is become imbalanced. More yin, too many yin is imbalance. Too many yang is imbalance. So when you imbalance, what can you do? You need something to control it, okay, to overcome it, so that or to reduce it. So I think just like you can see the Jing is the metal here, okay, metal here can cut the wood. So when the wood grows too many, so you cut. So it's a tree. If you don't use the metal to cut it, it won't grow beautifully. So it just simply go everywhere. So sometimes you need the metal to cut it so that the trees grow better, or it won't grow too narrow or too high. Then you cannot pluck the durian, huh? So and then the new technology. So I think you need the metal that, and then the wood they can at the hill. So Peter have to plant some wood, the wood there, trees there, so that they don't have landslide on the hill, so that they can control and then firm up the earth. Okay, firm up the earth, and then the earth can control the water. So the dam, then you are using the soil or the brick or so, those kind of things, the cement, and then you can hold the water. Okay, so the earth can control the water, and then as usual, the water is easy. Water will destroy the fire, and they can control the fire. So normally when we have fire, we use the water to control it. Okay, and then the fire can melt the metal. Okay, so this is the a form of balancing kind of things. So this kind of things, these five elements form a lot of basic in metaphysics, in our Zhongyi, and a lot of things. So we can't run out of these five. Okay, so when we are using it, and then how we going to overcome the problem in the metaphysics, and then or other things. So we are using these five elements, and then the 相生相克, the generating and overcoming interaction to balance it out. Because due to imbalance, then so we use the things here, okay, that represent the different kind of elements to counter, okay, counter the problem, so that to balance out the energy inside. Okay, so I pass to Peter. Peter, what you think about the five elements on your side?
This concept is very interesting. You see, in relationship also we have people with a water character or fire character. You see, sometimes the wife was so scared of the cockroach, but the man is so scared of wife. So this kind of thing is very interesting. It can be applied in a relationship, even in a company and so on. Understanding the nature of the person is different. So you have to put the right manager to manage certain people. Family also same.
Yes. I think so. Certain, I think energy they help, okay, to improve you, but it also control you, something like that. So the family, I think we have different kind of things. So I think we go back to here. So you can see, so the pakwa here, each of it they have different kind of five element energy. Okay, I don't have a. So like here, this one, the fire. If you can see my cursor, this one the north is represent the fire energy. They represent the 夏天 is called what? Summer. Okay, summer.
Summer.
Okay, so here, I think I start with the four. I think which inside Korean card, the easy north, south, east, west So we talk about that easy. So since I think some of them have the north, south, east, west cards. So some some 彩蛋 for you on they call it in 彩蛋. So on the fire, okay, we see it south. Then why we always say south represents fire, and then Korean card also, I think the image also of fire. Okay,
Fire.
it's
Yes.
summer. So
Summer.
this one actually is also same in Yi Jing. Yi Jing there actually represent that, and then you also can lead it as a middle-aged lady. Middle-aged lady, 中女. Okay,
中女.
so 中女, yes. So and then okay, here the 北 north. North is water. Okay, it's also represent challenges. Okay, I think water also consider flexibility, but it's also represent challenges. Okay, and then this one is 中男. Okay, a middle-aged man. Okay, so when you read the card, actually you can represent it as a middle-aged man also.
Yes.
So so I think maybe I think
that one Wilson and Leslie will read like that lor. Now you all know why and how Leslie and Wilson will read it differently or with additional informations is because they have the strong metaphysic or Yi Jing background. So they can read my card or Life Navy and you card very differently. Not differently is with additional information.
yes. So that's why I think this one, I think the energy there, and then actually north, I think just now I think we have north and south already. Actually, this is also represent a feng wei lah. So at that a sector of your house. So this the sector of your house, like let's say I think we just since I think mostly I think are beginners, so I don't want to confuse too many. So we just talk about north and south. So the north actually is the energy of fire. Okay, fires. I think the fire also I think represent our heart. Okay, and then if you can see, I'm not sure whether you can see this. You can see this. Do you see actually it's a two full line and then two dots? Okay, So it's also we have a called the xiang. Okay, you can see actually it look like something like your blood vessel.
Blood vessel.
Your
Blood vessel.
blood
Inside
vessel.
is hollow. Inside is
Okay.
hollow. You just imagine, yeah. You look at the visuals, two long line on top, the center. The center is short. So right, two top line, straight line,
Yeah.
and center. So it's like hollow, is like your blood vessel.
Yes.
So it
Yes.
represents your heart.
Yes. So this one I think is so is also represent. So if anything happen here, normally I think is something not good here. So I think in the house of the energy there is represent of the people, the house. Certain people may have heart attack problem, heart problem, blood problem, okay, high blood pressure, okay, and then this kind of things. So basically using this, then we can diagnose, okay, what's the problem on your house, and then why you buy that house, so many house, why you pick that house. You see so many building already, you see so many house already, then at the end you choose thousand and then 100,000. I think Peter said oversupply so many house, but you still pick that one house because in your parts, in your things, you are destined, okay, to buy certain kind of house.
Attracted. I would not say destined. It's more like attracted. The
Attracted, yes,
energy.
yes,
Energy kind
that
of attract you
energy.
more towards that. Yeah.
Yes. So and then it will reflect. We can use the floor plan to read your condition, or use your parts to read, or you use the floor plan to read, or even use a set a number on timing that represent a qua to read. Okay, to read the things. Okay. Yesterday I think one incident I think one of my friends, she lost her pendant. Okay, I think which is quite important. I think quite not cheap also. Then she and no idea. I think the pendant is for the daughter. Then after that she don't know where she put it already. Okay. Then okay. I asked her to give me the three set of numbers. I think last time I think we have done. So
Yes.
then because you don't have any idea where to find it. Okay, based on the number, then we create a set of qua.
Wow.
Okay, a set of qua, and then based on that, because the qua can represent a lot of things. Then we have some clues lah. Okay, I think the clue is something like on a something like a soft thing, and then a lot of thing at the top. Okay, and then because I think because it can represent a lot of things, then we can give you some tips lah. I think is in something like the瓜look like some at some place which is you cannot see. Okay,
Yeah.
or on some place.
So
Okay,
that is called xiang.
yes, you
The,
can use
the picture. The picture.
Mm.
The
So I give
scenes.
the scene to decode it, and also maybe I think on that area you can maybe find certain area. Okay, then at the end, after that, then she okay lah, then she say okay, and then she go and find lor. Then at the night she say, hey, I managed to find it. And then the gua also actually the gua actually is say the thing is not missing, it's not stolen. Okay, we can read from there. Okay, and then actually the gua say it's not stolen, it's still inside there and then able to be found. So and then at the end that night, she 11 something, then she text me out, I found the things. Because at first you don't have idea where to find, but based on the clue I give her, then she go and find the place. Then at the end she found it on below the bed, something like that, fall below a certain place on the bed. So she managed to find, because she say, oh, that I can see the place. You say something a lot
Soft.
at the top. Okay, at the top, then she go and find. So then she check on that and then managed to find it out. So this is the energy and then the message and timing that can be decoded using the Yi Jing. Okay, Yi Jing Bakwa. Okay, so I stop sharing. So anything to add, Peter?
On my side, I'm not familiar with aging. So, but in feng shui side, we do apply the direction, which direction the house is good and so on. because I'm in property, I do read out a lot of books related to this direction. A house facing north south for me I consider good because not hot. And then sitting back to the east, look out to the west is good because sunlight from behind so much I can read more comfortable in the morning, especially evening. Then the other angle I'm based on that only, the relative to the sunlight. But I Ching, I don't know. I Ching, got to ask Leslie.
Okay. So I think for the I think basically I think 坐北向南 is I think is the most common kind of things. But I think got one school of feng shui actually on the 九运 actually is not so good. Okay.
Yes.
Basically, I think most of the things I think 坐北向南 actually is good. Okay. But only I think 九运 actually is not so good for 坐北向南.
Yes.
Okay. So
九运 only eight dimension of house that is good. That one you refer to Master Leslie for personal consult. Okay. Period 9, that means from now on, investment okay, calculation done, everything done okay for your own state. If now I would have to move again for my future house, I know what to choose and where to choose and what to go about more than feng shui to make sure the house energy is all correct. After I learn so much, I must apply. I cannot be learn one thing. Like people say matter produce water. Yes, logical. But in practice, how? How come? How long? So if you're really waiting, sitting down there the next morning waiting in the piece of metal to have your spoonful of water, you wait for 3 nights, maybe 1 spoonful. That is how it works. So yeah, I understand there's only 8 sector of 8 facing, I would say 8 facing.
Yes, I think in 九运 so if you're
In
moving to
九运, only in 九运.
if you're moving in 九运, okay, then you need to the 坐北向南 actually not good compared
No
to
good, yes.
last. But if you're really in sitting on a 坐北向南 house, basically I think basically because a lot of factor we need to look into. Basically, I think it's okay. It's okay. Because I think is if you are a landlord, it depends on the timing you move in. Okay. If you move out and then a new person move in, then it's 换运 already. But in a condo, apartment, flat, those kind of things, is basically based on the year it's built because you can't change the whole people.
Energy.
at one time. Okay.
Energy of the building.
Yes. So compared
Energy
to
from the ground.
yes, because and then because you 冷气 so your body kind of smell actually is inside. So when you change I think one way of let's say you're saying the house is haunted. Okay, let's say the house is haunted. A way for them to clear it off actually is open up
The
the
roof.
roof.
Remove
Open
the
up
roof.
remove the roof and then keep it for I think 1 or 2 months the water and then let the air flow
Rain
out.
and shine. Rain and
Rain
shine.
shine. So you have to open up all, not open 1 or 2. Okay, it's
The
not
whole roof.
the
Whole roof
whole.
gone.
Yes, so you have
Open
to
up.
clear out the whole roof. Okay, let the sunshine and water to clear it out because and then also the smell to clear it out and then you have to throw off all the furniture. Okay, so then it can change the energy inside there. Then
So basically it's buying the land
buying the
and
land
the locations.
location. Yes, so if you have a haunted house at very cheap price, then you can do something like that lah. But you need
For
to some
own
budget.
stay but there is a lot of advertisements. You see, I wanted the cheapest price. I don't care. Haunted better. Call me. Call me. Midnight also I come.
Chelsea said, just you build a new house lah. Yes, you build a new house lah. Like Peter built a new house from scratch. The one, but his one is a very good place really. He's different and not because of haunted lah. Because his place is very good. Already. So on the hill got Not sure got ghost or not, Peter. I think first time when you go, is it too quiet?
No lah, no ghost now.
Monkey a lot lah.
Only got monkey lah, got leopard lah, all this kind of. But it's safe lah, it's okay. Very safe. Yeah.
So I think the energy of the I Ching actually can show you. I think even the facing also is energy also. Okay, it's another form
Flying
of
star. Yes.
okay,
Means
and
energy is moving,
yes,
right? Don't take it as flying star. You heard the name, you get scared already. Wow, flying star. Don't know what happened, how. Just take it as energy. Energy never stagnant. Energy is moving. Yeah. So that's about flying star.
One period about 10 years, right, Leslie?
九运 actually is 20 years.
20
years.
20 years.
过了9年 then repeat.
You start back.
易运
in. So the next one,
2003
2024, right?
2003 to 2023 supposed to be period 8. In fact, we are in period 8 in numbers.
Yeah.
But because all the xiang, the scenario due to COVID has changed too drastically the way we live. We have in fact fast-tracked ourselves. I have mentioned this last year during March. I said we are entering 九运. I said myself, looking at the xiang, the scenario, because I'm very good visually to pick up parameters. Because for the past 20 years, of course, every cyclical 10 years, 12 years, we have these cyclical, predictable boosts and bumps, right? Economic cycles. But this round, as what I said last year, during lockdown, that's the reason why I invited Dr. Peter Yi to come and talk about the mind thing, this is a very unusual one. You can see that by numbers, it's 2003 to 2023, and we are only in 2021. Last year was only 2020. We are 3 years in advance entering period 9. But last year itself, I claim, no one saying, and I say, in fact, we are in period 9. You look at the xiang unless you're blind. The fire 9 is, number 9 is fire. Previously, we are in earth. Okay?
Yes.
Last period 8, we are in earth. Earth, that's a reason why I'm in real estate lah. Real estate make money ma. It's the earth era. So if you're investing in property, I said that in property, KL and Selangor Property Investor Club, before 2020, during 2019, we are still partying around. I remember myself and Kelvin Low, every dinner you see two of our makan face one, no? The PIC group, cell group meeting. Both of us sure there, right? Kepo, enjoy the company, talk about property investment because we are the cell group's chairperson. And I did brought up that, in the coming period 9, if you are investing, beside your money investment, that all your calculations, you make sure you invest in the right portfolio of products, because period 9 is a different era. It's a fire era. No? The fire energy is different. People no longer wanted to have property or own property. The way living is very different. Very different for 20 years until 2043, right? 2023 to 2043 is period 9. 2043 onwards to 2063, it moved back to period 1, right, Master Leslie?
Yes.
Then
So
things change again.
Things change again. But I think at least even though I think if the form of property, I think still be okay because fire for
Produce earth.
but only I think the form is changed. Property is still good. Okay, still good. Because it's still fire. Fire still help produce land. But I think the 形式, I think previously people want to hold. I want to hold. But now I think maybe they don't want to hold. But they may hold it on a different way. We don't know. Okay, because it's 9 yun. Because it's Li, they got one saying called Li Zhong Xu. So something
驴中虚.
Xu,
Understand?
which is not,
驴中虚.
Mm.
Li
Some
is fire.
fire. It means something which is not stable. Fire, I think also the
Dancing,
characteristic
fire dancing.
dancing, and then but you still need a place to some fire have one characteristic. You need to rely on a wood
Wood.
to be able to exist.
And I didn't say it's wood. I said that last year was thunder.
Ah,
Last year at one time it was thundering. I
mm,
read it from the cards. I see the scenes. I read from cards, and I have advice in those who are following my groups every Wednesday night. I think I did mention, hey, right now you can see different thing before the fire going on. Why I said last year is entering 9 is because my eye see. Before fire, you need wood. Fire doesn't exist. Wood produce fire. So fire doesn't just like tree just grow. Fire won't grow. Fire need wood. But how wood become fire? Something
mm.
need to happen. No? That means lightning.
Ah,
Pang! But what happened during lei? We call that lei, huh? Lei,
mm.
lightning. Before lightning is what? You
See?
see lightning first or you hear first? Which one come first? So at that time, I remember say that in a few weeks of every Wednesday, I keep saying, you notice with your own eyes, thing happen twice. You hear new first or you see sign first. You see one, it followed by another. The incident happened twice.
Double. That's
The
why I know.
signal come twice. You don't catch it only last year. So many, okay? So it's all the fundamental theory from 5 element, from Yi Jing and from the basic yin and yang. Right, Master Leslie?
Yes, correct. So I think why so easing and eating is I think stand for easy ma. So why I think a lot of people don't understand. I think why Peter I think why eating is not so easy. Why it's called eating or something like that.
Because it's so simple, only 3 lines.
Only 2 lines only.
No, 2 lines.
Yin and yang only.
Yeah.
Because I think it's also zi, because in the Chinese word yi zi is a sun,
Sun.
then moon. Actually, the Yi Jing actually is an observation from the universe, the environment. So today I think we are talking the environment and Yi Jing energy actually is the same. Then Yi Jing is part of the environment, and then
Yes.
the environment is also can read from the I Ching. So I Ching actually basically they are the I think our ancestor I think don't know why I think they have SSM Peter. So I think they don't know nothing to do. Then they keep the mind so pure. Then they can see a lot of universal kind of law. Okay, that form out the universe, the environment, and then that's why the Yi Jing can with the 64 hexagram can derive. I think we call it one wu. Okay, one wu, the everything in this world because I think it's a cycle. The 64 hexagram actually is have a bigger cycle. Okay, so I think last year is uh, the Gua, they have a Gua. Then today is San
Huo.
Huo, San Huo,
火碰, or something. How you read
San
that word? Huh?
Pi, Gua,
Pi.
Pi, Gua.
皮卦.
San Huo Pi. This means that outside is stagnant. Inside got fire. Yeah, I think especially now, we are outside, we cannot go out. It's stagnant. Our economy is stagnant.
Inside.
Inside, we are very burning fire. Town, no water, no
Inside a
money,
lot of fire, a lot of worried.
fire. And then Shima, you are feeling not stable. Okay.
This is like volcano,
Yes,
Ah,
like exactly like
outside.
volcano.
The explosion anytime,
I think I have mentioned this graph before. I think this year, I think it's Sun 4P. I think how can we derive with this graph? Because until we are here now, I think the whole world, even though I think we have the vaccine already, but still now the case coming out, I think more lockdown coming in. So it's a lot of things still stagnant. a lot of pressure outside, and then the fire inside you. So you are feeling very lonely, and then even then you are locked inside the home, you cannot go out. So I think this xiang is very coming out now. So the sun 火脾. So then what can you do at this moment? Let me derive the qua. Then this is the xiang here. So 山火脾, that means that then a lot of things is hidden. A lot of things is beautified, but inside actually is nothing. So you see, or 外面外强中干 in one Chinese saying is because the mountain is outside, but inside is fire. Fire is not solid one. Outside is solid, but inside is nothing solid. So a lot of things is not as you seen. Okay, inside the whole world, even I think maybe the vaccine also. The outside I think we think the vaccine can protect us, but inside actually is still weak, still weak. So I think coming, I think until before the next Chinese New Year, I think we still have this xiang here lah. Even though I think we just half of the year away, okay, but I think we still got half year to go lah. This one for this xiang here. So still need to tahan for another 6 months, hopefully. Okay, and then Ao Chan is asking a question: Is true the world yin yang clock is toward the end of yin as too many that's due to COVID? This one I'm not sure because I haven't heard about this. Okay, but actually this is also due to the astrology sign. Okay, astrology sign, and then the things coming up before here. Oh, so mostly I think due to the astrology sign, due to the Pluto and those kind of we are not a very good position. Oh, okay, so okay, and then Chelsea G, if you are new house, bring children into the house and see their reaction. No? So I think those are young children, young babies. I think less than 6 or 7, then should be okay because when they still are not a lot of logical thinking yet, when their mind is still more pure. Okay. Okay. Any more questions? I think now we talk. I think 10 something already. Corinne, anything to add?
So now the summary lah. After so many things, master knows so many things. We layman, right? We layman. He master. So he talk until don't know fly where. So let me give you a summary lah. Don't complicate the situations. Energy is there. Like it or not. Know or don't know. Is there. Why suddenly energy become more important to us? Is because we stay put in one day, in one place. Those days, we stay put in a workplace for 8 hours. Anything more than 6 hours in a stagnant, in the same situations, will produce some sort of formation. Okay, we are in the same place over time, we will form certain behavior. Okay, because interaction. Okay, so previously we are more mobile. So you look at nomad, right? Nomad are those people, they move from one place with their animals, with their livestock, to move them from one green to another green, to another green, to another green. So nomad, those days, they only suffer from hygiene problem. That means they don't have proper cleaning utensil because of moving. The sanitary system not that good, no. But they do not have this so-called the mind problem because they are moving, they are carefree, open space, and so on. That's the reason why we bring into tonight's topic. Okay, and whatever places that we spend more than 6 to 8 hours a day, over time also form a certain behavior of us. That is the reason why the unseen energy nowadays, especially during COVID, and we see a lot of people don't know why. Even got money also they stress. To be frank, even money more than enough. Everything more than enough. You just see suddenly that they are kind of like a bit off balance. Why off balance? Because whatever unseen, we don't know, we never get it checked. Because those days we are mobile, we take it for granted. Anything not well, I travel for a holiday. I come back, I balance myself. Because when I go overseas for a holiday, I realign, I recondition myself, forgetting temporary about my work, my family, my everything, going to a new place under a new conditioning, right? And with new energy. Different places have different energy, and you just happy, 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 come back. You realign yourself, come back, and you start all over again. And why now the world go crazy is because you spend 6 hours in the same place. And normally we don't get really our house energy check or house feng shui check. We just base so much on the logical seen thing, the distance so far to our work, blah, blah, blah. And suddenly we have to learn a different set of knowledge, right? So feng shui is all there, not energy is all there, all the while there. It doesn't change. But it's just that now, COVID, we have to look at things very differently. Not look at it, is because you feel different. Why after you feel different, we have to check out why we feel different. The money's still there, the house still there, everything's still there. Even auction off also not so fast, to be frank.
Yes,
Went
now
into bankruptcy, those days only you and me. Now, went into bankruptcy. 唔使驚啊，定啲嚟啊 I tell you, last few years I don't go into bankruptcy. Now 我驚咩？哎呀 sleep first, small matter 幾時輪到我 long list. Now want to pull back my car. 哎喲 I tell you, more cars to pull, they don't know where to keep your cars. No, don't worry. Why worry? No, worry. Okay, but it's time to take into consideration other kind of energy that is influence us, our environment, external energy. And we are here to explain to you why. Okay, we are here to explain to you why, the reason that you cannot see, the reason you don't know why. It is all influencing and affecting, our body and our mind. So from yin yang to 5 element, then to Yi Jing lah. This one 3 step only. We no need to do so deep. That one anything in call Leslie. The macro understanding I have just summarized. The yin yang, the 5 element, the feng shui, the period 9, what type of house to choose. The one you look for Master Leslie Chong will do. The one I don't know also. Details of feng shui I don't know. So Peter, do you feel the environment is affecting us? Of course, you are the lucky one up there. But we down here, what is your advice? We down here, yeah, we down here. You up there, we down here. What is your advice? Practically, what should we do now?
Actually, different environment got different kind of energy and different kind of effect to the health, especially mental health. Not only the environment, but people can also affect our energy because people have energy. So learn to protect yourself from negative people, and then living in one environment. Let's say depends on what type of house you're living in. If the house is apartment, condo, the space is limited, so you have to choose the right angle like right space or move around a space that have natural lighting and also ventilation will good not too hot. You can always minimize the heat by putting an aircon or fan. If too stuffy and so on, open a window, something like that. The natural air and natural sunlight is very important. So you can move around. If it's the landed one, you have more space to move around. Not only inside the house, you can also move outside your house. So environment and people have direct impact to our health, especially mental health and also physical health as well. during this COVID season.
Okay, thank you, Peter. I think for a short summary, I think since everyone is locked down at the house, I don't think you can move any house soon. So what you can do, okay, to improve your house energy,
Yes.
I
Yes.
think that's the things. I think at the moment, I think the most easiest thing is to keep your house clean, okay, and then make sure the ventilation is good, okay. Keep all the house, I think if can most possible, I think the whole house clean and tidy, okay, because when you're clean and tidy the energy will be good, okay. I think it's solve, I think 50 or 70% kind of problems lah, okay. So then okay, but if you really can't because due to your house got too many things, you think you cannot, or you don't have anyone to help you to clear up things, I got one. Then you at least I think you need to these two sector. I think is the main one. So which is the northwest sector and the southwest sector. Okay, 西南 southwest. Okay,
So the
southwest.
northwest sector belongs to the male or the female?
Northwest is the male.
Female.
Northwest is 西北
Male.
male.
Northwest is male, right?
Yes, northwest is male.
Male of the house.
Yes, male lah. Also, this on is govern your money also lah. Okay, so this one I think because I think now I think people got money issue also, and then your head issue also. Okay, so that at least you are more insane. So make sure this sector, okay, you can stand inside the middle of the house and then use a compass. So actually, just like I think you have a square and then the middle, then actually you can form up the things lah. Okay, the sector. So you just draw the line. Okay. Okay, and then the southwest sector,
Southwest is female.
female. Okay, the mothers lah. And then that's the mother sector lah. Okay, so actually these two sector, I think this one also govern how to manage the money. Okay, the money also. So at least you know how
So
to
this is also money luck.
also got money lah. Okay, so this is managing the money lah. That one is increasing the income or something like that. And then the the mind. So that I think at these two, I think these two is the basic you need to keep lah. Okay. Also, I think if you because I think the COVID is about the lung. So west is a sector you also need to take care. Okay,
West.
west. Okay.
West
Because
is metal and is also lung.
actually each sector you need to take care of, but if really you can't do it at once, I think this three sector clean it up first, make it tidy. Okay, this is the basic that I can because if you really want a more thorough one, that one I have to do a house audit because I cannot simply give you a thing because it may give you a wrong result because we need to put the right thing at the right place because more detail then we have to see the 24 mountain. Just now I think we just give you one
Basic.
one Tai Chi, two Yin Yang, okay, five
Five
elements,
elements.
eight
KO.
Pakwa, and then 24th mountain.
Mountain.
I haven't touched it. Okay, 24 mountain.
24 mountain to continue. If you want to know more about external feng shui energy, yeah, I Ching
That
school.
one I think normal. I think no need lah. At least I think until the 8 Pakwa, so you are basically just good enough already. Or unless you want to become a feng shui master, or else I think until then is basically you have a basic understanding of certain things and then what to do later. But what to do, you have to base on different school lah. So we have so many school inside. So some of them contradict each other. But I think for those of us we knew, then we use differently lah. Just like different kind of medications, but need to have someone expert to put in the pills lah. And then this one we need someone to also feedback or something like that. How is it? And then just like doctor, I think sometimes you eat already 1 week still not okay, or then the doctor have to change lah. So this one I think we need some specialist to guide you, or else it may give you wrong kind of things lah. Okay, so I think it's 10:50.
Let's see. If I hear correctly, you say north, west, west, and then southwest.
Yeah, I have typed down in the chat.
Consider good sector, but make it clean.
Actually, X sector also important. So, but if sometimes I think that day I got one friend, I think she have 那个红斑狼疮 I think I don't know what because of
红斑狼疮 lupus
Lucas
lupus
Lupus.
lupus
So she's staying alone, and then her energy very low. So and then she can't do anything. So I think if you can do anything, try to do these two sector first. Okay, do two sector because I think maybe the body is too weak, or you too many things inside the house, you cannot clean it up at one time.
Basically the X sector of the house represents the male, the female, the eldest daughter, the second daughter, the first male, the second male. But we just to give you the most important one, why male and female is because normally male and female is the head of the house, the one who cari makan, the pillar
Yes.
of the house. So that is the reason why Master Leslie asked you to pay attention to northwest and southwest. Northwest for male, also for money, for male income. For female, like me, taking care of southwest sector. Okay, so these two sector, why? The rest of the sector important or not? Yes, also important, but we are not emphasizing it here. Is because it represents somebody else, the eldest son, the second son, eldest daughter. So here, because there's too many things to cover, so we just give you the basic important thing, which is these two sector, and the reason is why the breadwinner important.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, Leslie, can I put it this way? You mean northwest is a money luck.
Yes.
So that area not only keep it clean, if work from that area, let's say male work from that area, will that increase more money?
Depends. Have to depends because it's
Depends.
because we at the house we have different kind of hierarchy. So if you are staying with the parents, then you are different qua. If you are staying alone, then is okay. So then if you are the male, but your parent is there, so because your father is there, so you are not the
For Peter case, yes. For
yes.
Peter case, yes.
So
Let's
Because
say
he's the master of the house.
sleeping in that location, northwest location.
we can't because we have a lot of this is very general, very
Oh,
general. Okay, because I think more detailed side you have to see your Mingqua. Okay,
oh,
and then the door.
Mm.
Okay, yeah, then facing
That
then
is the
facing
application, right? The
that one,
comprehensive tailor-made applications to you.
that
wow,
one
like that.
is they have that one is a different school one. They have two three school. Okay,
Mm.
and then even think if because if like the five elements so because the C pay is actually is the hard metal, so it's good for you to sleep, but not for the wife.
Mm.
So we need to balance out the things.
So
So but
complicated.
southwest is suitable for husband and wife.
Ah, okay.
So they have a lot of consideration. So then sometimes we have to be, and then but sometimes we have to practical also because sometimes and then when you are and then we have to 取舍 because you got the staircase and then take up some space already, and then you do the master bedroom at a wrong sector that but you are the parents but ask you to sleep to a smaller room, then you also not balanced lah.
Mm.
Then let the kids sleep on the master bedroom, then you also not balanced lah. So sometimes we have to balance out the things and then use different school or things to do lah. So I think we try to avoid off all the bad thing first, and then we how to which sector we can use to improve the good luck lah. I think at least I think the bad thing don't happen first. Then you have chance to go lucky. So but I think that's the basic lah. But I think the for application then just like you have more advanced way of doing it lah because practically I think we have a lot of limitation. But I think that's what you can do now, which is not at the house, is to clean up this at least this sector. My advice is if you can clean up the whole house, throw a lot of things, 断舍离 a lot of things. Okay, keep it clean and simple. okay, and then but if you can't, just start with this 3 sector first lah.
Okay, good. Okay, it's about 10:30 already. Maybe we have one round. What you feel like saying? Then we close tonight. Okay,
Okay.
begin with Karin. What you feel like saying?
Feng Shui, I Ching is a very old school, very old theory. What we want to know or how I want to apply is what can help me. Not after listening to the knowledge, get more paranoid over with the information. It's because seriously, it's a very, very in-depth knowledge and applications and practice that sometimes they take a few generations just to perfect one house. And a lot of things you keep chasing, it keep flying, it keep chasing, it keep flying, because it keep flying, energy keep moving. So is mind, heart, environment in harmony. So there's a lot of things we can try to control our mind, control our tempo. Now, seriously, beside money, a lot of things are a lot more challenging. Seeing some face, tie down at the space and everything. But try to slow down, I think. Everything try to slow down. And a lot of message, as long as we learn, then we can get out faster. That's what I hope that everybody also learn. The unspoken words, the unspoken message, if everybody do their parts to learn the unspoken message, I think we should get out and recover to maybe bring back life to normal pretty soon. That's what I feel like saying. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Leslie, what you feel like saying?
I think now it's time now, okay, to leverage on the energy lah, because I think what we can do outside is take the vaccine, the SOP, okay. So I think this time also you need to leverage on other kind of energy to help you lah. Because I think since we can't do much now, okay. So leveraging on the energy but still maintaining your SOP, and then to help you to tahan okay. I think we can't say is something that can make miracle, but at least it gives you a cushion. When you fall down, at least you won't need to go to the hospital. At least just a small scratch like that, then it's a cushion, so that you because you fall. I think accessory. Yeah, I think we say when you fall, you still need to fall, but whether it's can we break it or then make it lesson, so that and then you fall, because there are reason why you need to fall, because maybe some message you need to learn from there, so that you can prepare for the next round of good things. So but at least it won't give you a fall, let you learn the lesson slight not so hard way lah, at least softer lah, so you hit though, okay, just a small hit lah, not a big hit, then you should need to sun for a few days. So this is, I think, leveraging on the energy of the things. And also, I think the mind things, I think you can do better lah. Because if the environment is not stable, full of fear, full of virus, and then your body is not good, then it's very hard for you to align. Okay, even though I think we think the mind is good, but I think if your body is not good, you have a lot of sickness or pain. So it's very hard for you to focus also. So I think we need to learn and then use this energy lah, to help us to go through this challenging time. Okay, so pass back to Peter before we end for tonight.
Okay, what I feel like saying is Feng Shui, I Ching, all these are classic lah. Led by the ancient wise people, or it's a wisdom. For me personally, I refer to it. Of course, I don't follow blindly. Especially this COVID period, everybody cannot go out. Have to stay in the house. So this one may create a lot of stress. One, health stress. COVID already health threatening. Before getting COVID, the constant stress caused by the number increase from 7,000, 9,000, now 13,000. All this number, like if you can, learn not to be affected by it. Outside of you, anything can happen, but not to be affected. Just know it enough. Don't let the 13,000 affect you cannot sleep. So sleep is also very important. Next thing, keep yourself busy in your house. Since you cannot go out, and Master Leslie share, keep this sector clean. If you can keep your whole house clean. So this, you cannot go anywhere. Keep yourself healthy. Clean the house. Do one thing, throw. Keep it healthy because it reduce germs. And then, of course, get the natural lighting, ventilation in, especially this sector. North
West,
Northwest, main sector, and then female sector is
southwest.
southwest. So clean up your house, keep your mind healthy, and also relationship problem cannot go up the proximity and so on try to talk less try to siam if you can. The siam
No need siam lah. Just have more humor a bit. Got some water to lubricant.
because I noticed that the relationship problem getting more and more at this period of time. The intention to get divorce, separation, all this get high because in the past everybody go out and work and only come back at night and sleep. But now looking here at a man, of course, if the wife's at home, homekeeper, the man go out. Of course, the wife will take care of you before you go out and come back. Will take good care of you. But now every day together, you still expect her to take care from morning and night. Very stressful to her. So lower down your expectation. Be mutual, help each other. At this time, learn to appreciate each other. Husband and wife, especially, has contributed their time to build up the family together. Learn to respect not to dominate or control another party, especially Chinamen. I was one of them. So try to control the wife, control her freedom, make her feel inferior than you. I think it's just no good for the lady's mental health, the wife. So if you can learn to appreciate her contribution to build the family together with that understanding and give and take not only a health problem, taking care of mental health, physical health, but also relationship. Financial side, of course, for those facing financial challenges, most of us, facing financial challenges. This is the time, winter. This is a time for you to sit back and plan forward because this whatever thing, crisis, will not last forever. It's temporary, and 3 to 6 months, the most is 9 months over. So this is a time for you to plan how to capture opportunity now and also plan for the new normal. New normal will not be exactly like before. It will be altered. Most people familiar working from home and auditing from internet and so on. This thing and then the business model has changed. It's no longer localized. It can go international now. So capture that opportunity and look forward. Keep yourself healthy, your family healthy, plan for your finances. This is the time. That's what I feel like saying. And thank you very much for all the audience for listening to us. Good night.
Okay.
Bye.
So we see
Thank you very
next week
much.
again.
Good night.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good
Take
night.
care.